can't know it because that's impossible to know if you haven't read the book. But what is it you think of? In an equal society, all people are relatively well off, relatively, more or less. Everybody has got something to eat, everybody has got a roof over his head, everybody has got clothes, but not always so nice, beautiful clothes as you have, but they are still dressed, protected against the cold, etc. Cold is Sweden. In Sweden, we need. You should see how much clothes I have to put on before I can go out in -20. And to bike in -20, that's very hard because you get frozen. But if everybody has that, then people are living relatively harmoniously. If there is much difference, then of course the poor people don't live well. That's easy for anybody to say. Well, a person who is poor, poor him, poor her, they cannot afford to buy these nice clothes that I have. They can't afford to buy that bicycle or that smartphone, so they suffer. But the rich people, they have everything. That's what one would think. And of course, all of you are rich people. But perhaps not all of you are from the richest. The Indian rich people are much richer than the Swedish rich people. That I can say easily. They are much, much richer. But I was quoted, the Prime Minister Modi said that, what was the salary for the...
5 crores.
5 crore. 5 crore, I don't nearly as much. Never, 5 crore income, that's not bad. So those belong to the real rich. But there are even richer. Are they happy? Does it make you happier to be richer? Well, I hear no, but is there anybody who would say yes? Yes, please, you say yes.
It might. To a point, I believe, yes it does. I believe it does to a point.
Yeah.
But not completely, not permanently. But you do have a lot of luxuries and a lot of comfort that people who don't have the kind of resources, the kind of income that you do, might not, yeah. So
what do you mean by a certain point? What is that point?
I believe you can buy a lot of comfort with the money that you have,
yes,
which will bring you happiness to an extent, but I can't define the point.
Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now the red, beautiful. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with him actually. It's one of the factors that could make you happy, and it could get you some of the things that would make you more comfortable, more happy, but it's not the only thing. You can't depend only on money.
No. What will, thank you. I will be a little, yeah, okay, onward.
I believe it's pretty subjective and it's based on how you define happiness. For someone who defines happiness as luxury and comfort, it might bring happiness to him or her, but not for someone who has other criteria for happiness.
Well, thank you so much. You really did very good and valid comments. All of this is, I would say, are valid, relevant comments. And of course, this is not a class of philosophy, so I will just tell you that according to this study, all people live better in an egalitarian society. Now, happiness, of course, happiness is somewhat difficult to catch, but let's say live better, healthier. In an egalitarian society, all people are living more safely. They don't need all these grades, iron grades, because nobody will break in. No need to break in. Why should I? I have it. They don't need to go in constant fear of an attack, of a robber. India is still a very peaceful place, and I love it. And I go out in the evenings, and I go out cycling, and thefts, yes, they have tried to take things they have, and they have managed a couple of times. That's okay. Nobody has done any violence against me. But there are many other places I have been in the world, many, where the violence is close to you. Because these are terribly unequal societies, like Brazil. where from my hotel window I saw at the semaphore or traffic light a car being stopped by a guy with a gun in the middle of the day. Forced out the driver and his wife and drove off with the car. Would never have happened in Sweden, I think. I hope it wouldn't have happened here, but I think it can happen here. But it's not very common. There it is very common. He drove off with the car and discovered on the way, that I learned from people afterwards, there was a baby in the back seat. Any mothers here? Well, young people, no mothers. They threw the baby out of the car. So those people had the luxury car. Were they happy with that luxury car? I wonder. Because in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro and other cities, there is a slum, just like here, there is a slum in Bangalore. There are several. There is not one who has got a car. Perhaps not even a motorbike. So they steal it. Insecurity is certainly a factor. Now, if I live in a posh house, and I can afford to buy that posh house in the back row, I can afford that posh house. I have a posh house, but outside there is a shack, or a guy or a family living under a rag. Can I feel completely satisfied? I don't. I don't need to be a social worker, but I don't feel satisfied if I see that the other guy or other girl or that family is living under a rag, and I have a 2-story or 3-story house. I will not be very satisfied, even if I can buy a 4-story house after that. So I contest that a little. Yes, to a certain point, yes, I agree with you, to a certain point. Roof over your head, clothes, not necessarily so nice, a bow tie or a tie, which my wife said, bring me, take this tie. I had several to choose from. She told me to choose this one. This is good, matches your suit. Okay, I did it. But if I have 30 ties, I will not be happier if I have 40 ties. To hell with it. So, egalitarian societies are healthier. People are healthier in an egalitarian society. They have less diseases, less diabetes, less heart infarction, heart and circulatory problems, less in a society where all people are more or less equal. So I plea for that. Then the next line is rights and charity.